Okay. So now we need to build the suit around this guy. Make sure I'm totally up on the questions. The previous way we looked at doing this was creating plating and, how do I say it, just creating, let's delete others. And grouping, slices, and then we would just kind of extract out panels and things of that nature. But right now, we're working on something a little bit different where we want to see if we can kit bash a whole dude here. So what I'm going to do now is start working on the legs. I'm going to go B for brush. I want to select this last mech plates rectangle. Symmetry is on. M is in Mary. And I want to select this guy. Okay, he has subdivision levels. I'm going to delete them, but keep it on the high level. Okay. I want to make that a little longer. One thing to note is that I'm letting it snap to vertices. Boom to boom. I'm keeping it in line, so that's one consistent row. That means that I can use shift and I keep the form intact. Okay, and then let's go B, and I'm going to try snake hook. I don't know. That looks like there could be some kind of interesting cylinder in there. And in fact, why don't we do that? I'm going to come in and say insert cylinder. Oh, I selected the hollow. Let's do that again. Not the hollow cylinder, but I need the cylinder. Okay, and maybe if I make my life a little easier, I'll go with the side like that. Click, and that's going to go along the normal. Press shift and drag in, shift and drag that centerpiece. And then the centerpiece and move that down. So right where his knees are, we've got some kind of shape happening for our guy. I'm going to go back to our mech rectangle plating, and let's pick a different one. Okay, it auto masks, which is just amazing. I'm just clicking on the side, and it automatically goes along that normal. And I think I want to make this a little smaller. See if we can make it fit. There we go. I'm not going to be beholden to his large calves, so I'm going to ignore the fact that it's interpenetrating. And now I want to adjust this guy. So he kind of fits. And then click the side and make him smoother. Okay. All right, back to that brush. Okay, is there anything else that we might want to notice, we might want to use? I'm kind of partial to to the one we're using, but let's use this guy. Rotate that up. And this one I want to kind of sync up in there and rotate it around. All right, now I can also go into Move, Control Shift, and it will duplicate this. So I can make him larger, move it out. Okay. And let's do the bottom. I'm going to click just to add some depth. Okay. You can see the process, right? Let me check in with you guys. Michael's raising his kid right. That's awesome. Kathleen, press M or N to change the subtool. I missed the first part of that. Oh, that was from before. Okay. Use Shift when you drag out the transpose line? Yes, I am. I am using Shift. Occasionally it'll screw things up, so I have to let it go. But before I pick it up, before I pick the mouse off the pad, I'll press Shift to basically align it, let go of the, or pull the pin up, and then let go of Shift. And Kathleen, you want me to taper that foot piece? Sure. What's the philosophy or workflow regarding keeping parts separate or deciding to merge them? To be honest, the philosophy of kit bashing is, as I understand it, to just get the work done. So if it's whatever is the fastest at this stage, and the fastest will also include, what you know. Are you fully fluent? Are you 100% aware of, these different options that you might have in ZBrush? Maybe, maybe not. So what's fluent for you might not be for everybody. There we go. I like that. There's something here. Okay. It's all design. I mean, it's all just me messing around with some options. So you don't need to see me doing all of this per se. What you need to be doing is getting in here and making this happen yourselves. Okay, I'm going to leave a little bit of exposure there, but I really want to expand that out. And then maybe I need to do something like that. The idea was nice, but that's just not going to fly. It looks wrong. We need a lot of support. So B, let's go in and just crank it out with this one. Okay, and then let's get this piece up. So I'm going to Control, drag out another one, rotate this, and then I'm going to use that line at the bottom to make sure that they're all orientated right. Okay, and then again, insert cylinder, just start messing around. Later on, we can take this insert cylinder and we can start really making this more powerful. You know, it doesn't have to remain this real simple form like this. We could, for example, and I'll do it right now. I'm going to turn LSIM on, scale. There we go. Pull this out. There you go. Rotate this down. Okay. Pull it there. Okay. Control, click. Scale that down, move that in. So we start to get some complexity. And then control, click and drag that over to the other side. Really just looking for complexity. And I'm going to go insert sphere. I want some kind of toe here. Some kind of shape that's going to work. And I'm going to trim out the bottom. Okay. So I'm going to stop there because it gives you a sense of how we're constructing this. You know what? I'm not going to stop there. I want to add one more thing because I want to use this cylindrical piece. That's definitely something I could have used in a couple of different places. Let's use it here in the groin area. Notice how it's off axes. So that's an issue with the construction of it. Anything in that groin area is going to get messy. Let's just do that. Symmetry. And then just attach that to the sides. Okay, and then also now we can come in went the wrong way. Okay, and start to just cut these things up and we start to add these extra pieces. So what happened to my poly group? Oh, it doesn't have an edge. Can we go in and say mirror and weld? No. So we would need to split hidden. Then we would need to go in to geometry, mirror and weld, right? But we have a problem because mirror and weld wants to go from this side to this side. So then we've got to mirror it. Then we mirror and weld. Oh, delete hidden. Mirror and weld. Oh, it's not taking its point. But let's not stop there. Let's get this guy and this guy up, and you guys can no doubt already see what my mistake is. I'm going to cut and move forward. We can start to layer this on, adding all of these different parts, these different pieces. We can be coming in with curved tubes. Where did it go? We can add little kind of a network of stuff inside, you know, little things that just start to add character, or B, C, and tubes. Start to add kind of these little hoses that deal with the hydraulics, all of that stuff we can start to get in there and add, not to mention the shocks, right? So where's our shock? Our shock absorber. Shock 01. We need to convert that into a brush. So we're going to look at it from the top, brush, insert mesh. I'm going to say don't append it, don't add it to what was selected, just say new. I'm going to go back to my model, and let's see, where would we want to add him? Let's add there. Okay, and then Control, Shift, Control. Okay, so I got this guy. Move. Where am I losing myself? There we go. Let's select rectangle. And we can just start creating a mount for these guys. We'll probably add them up here. I'm going to just use the move brush right now, but I might use curve fill to add something. But by the same token, using the move brush got me some extra complexity and didn't really complicate things. So it looks like there's something going on, but we need to refine, and that's fine. Thanks, Michael. Wrong side, and local sim is on. So that was killing the mirror. Good job, guys. Let me make sure that those are promoted to everybody. Okay. All right. We now are at 2.5 hours. Digigrade. Ah, somebody's taken animal anatomy. Awesome, Michael. Okay, so we're now at 2.5 hours. We have seen a lot of this. Okay, a lot of the tools and the processes that I want you to go through. Okay, so let me start to summarize and then see if I've got a little bit more time to go over things. So what would be really nice for you guys to do is make sure you're comfortable with Quick Sketch. Make sure you know what you're doing in there. You're able to add stuff. You can use layers if you want. Just start to plan something out. Post it up on in the community or in the class forum. Let us know, how that's going. And then you need to start to analyze what are the individual parts. How are you going to add this to something? How are you going to build onto it? And then what are those? So what we did is we decided that there were these rectangular shapes that could have kind of even more dynamic forms there. And we just created an insert multi-mesh. So let me write down exactly what I'm going to expect from you guys. Okay. You're going to want to get insert multi-mesh brushes. Okay, a minimum of 2 because you need experience working with those and adding them. So you also need a Quick Sketch to make sure that you're comfortable with that and that you're designing. I don't design in Quick Sketch all the time. Not very few people I know do it. Nobody does it all the time. It's not an all or nothing. It's one of the tools that you can use, and it's kind of all inside of ZBrush, so it makes things nice. Okay, the next thing you want to do is start to mech up your dude. So take the demo soldier, just get him into pose and start building a suit around him as though you were manufacturing this. So you're going to, don't worry, it doesn't have to fit tightly. Don't sweat that kind of stuff because that'll just waste your time. And what you need is mileage. So I'm not worried about the fact that his thighs are probably crushed and his calf muscle is going to need to be repaired surgically. You know, that's not important. What we want to do is just get this stuff in. Okay, and then start building this guy out. Now, you guys have seen a lot of stuff already. So there are a couple of things that I want you to do on your own. One of them we already talked about, which was it was make your own pen brush. How do you make your own pen brush? What are the features that are relevant? What makes the difference, right? That's going to be something that you get kind of tested on. Feel free to ask. Okay? If you absolutely can figure it out, I'm not going to just say, you don't have an answer, you're out. You know, nothing is ever like that. But try to find it. And if you really get stuck, then just let us know. Okay, the other thing is that I would love for you guys to take a look at tripart. Tripart insert mesh. Okay, I'm going to talk a little bit about that once I'm done with this summary. And create your own tripart mesh. So create your own tripart mesh. It does not have to be complicated. In fact, I'll probably do a really quick demo for you. And then let me see, what else do I want you guys to be doing? Looking through the list. That's it. That's really the most important. So if you can mech this guy up and you can start creating something that's really kind of got a lot of detail in it, a lot of character, then, you know, we're in great shape. So any questions before I move into a tripart demo? Any questions? No? No?